As you can see, there's plenty options for coffee, really good options. I mean, you got Best to Go there, you got the xyloscope and the jet boil. You got little gadgets like this that give you a nice little shot of espresso. But you know what, which one is the best? Which one have I found to be the absolute best for me, for when I'm outdoors? Let's find out. Just a little disclaimer for all of you: no coffee has been wasted in the production of this video. Believe me, Alan and I are gonna drink them all. And another thing is, I am not making money off any of these products. I'm not advertising any of these products. I don't want you to go out and buy any of these products so that I can make money. It's not what it's all about. Just to let you know what is the best one and how you can save some money by not going to buy loads of stuff that does not work. There are gadgets. I mean, there are so many out there. I've lost track, and I wanted to get quite a few, but then I had to stop myself because things like this become an obsession, and I've got enough obsessions in my life and enough kits, camping kits at home. The wife is driving me mad as it is. But you get things like that, right? That's a little espresso machine, and yeah, brilliant, but that will only offer you one shot of coffee, a little miniature espresso. And to be quite honest with you, regardless if you're putting that in a smaller gas stove or not, that base is quite small. It's quite fiddly to have something on there. I've used this in the past and it's got me by, but I found it quite fiddly. So by far, I think jet boil is the most versatile one, and it sort of incorporates everything you need. You got your gas, you got your stove, and you got your cup, and obviously you've got your coffee press. And it's brilliant. I love the jet boil. And to be quite fair, I've not used the jet boil for a very long time. And for me, I found it to be a game changer because that coffee press is absolutely brilliant. And the jet boil, no need to say more. But there are some contenders out there that make it much easier because not always you're going to be able to use gas out there. So then what do you use? What do you look at? Well, I was looking for a system that I could easily make coffee without any problems, regardless if I've got gas or not. And what I found was this one from Best of Got. It's a titanium cup and goes up to 500 ml. It's got your pot hanger there and a nice set of handles. And the plunger is really, really good. Retailing on Amazon around about 34, 35 quid. Not the cheapest, but I tell you what, this thing for me was a game changer because I love my coffee and I cannot stand instant coffee. So for me, that was it. Then there's the Xylist. Now this thing is an all-rounder, regardless if you're camping or you're going to work. Like me, for example, I work in the construction industry, and this thing goes with me everywhere. Why? Because not only has it got a plunger, it's also a thermo cup. And lots of times I make myself a cup of coffee, but I'm too busy doing other stuff. And what happens? I forget to drink my coffee. Well, with this, it keeps my coffee nice and hot for much longer. So we all know that one, the mocha, the little pot which opens up. You pop your water inside, your coffee over there, pop it all together, stick it on your gas stove, and away you go. These things are bomb-proof. I mean, they've been around for ages and they're absolutely brilliant. But the thing about them, they're quite bulky. And to be honest with you, when you go camping, honestly, that's too bulky for me. But which one of these do I like the best, and which one of these do I find the easiest to use while outdoors? I've got my ground up coffee already, but I also got the thing. Now this thing is very dear to me because it was my dad's and he gave it me, and I'm going to use it just because I like it and because grinding coffee beans is actually quite cool. So we're going to start with the jet boil. Now when you're using the jet boil, please do not put your water in and your coffee at the same time. First boil your water and then add your coffee to it. And don't boil your water to a rolling boil unless you're using it from a source of water that you don't know if it's pure enough. Now I'm going to time this. Alan is actually going to time it, and he's going to tell me how long it takes for us to make the perfect cup of coffee. So I've got enough water there for 1 cup of coffee, and not a big one at that. Click that off there. This is quite an old model, and the igniter button is broken, so I'm using the lighter. Alan, you ready to time? Go for it. I'm going to turn that nice and high. Let's see how long that takes. But while that is boiling, I'm actually going to grind some coffee, because the next one we're going to use that little espresso maker. Right, so this is nearly boiling, and I'm racing against that really, because I want to finish this grind before that boils. Can I do it? I think I've got enough there for an espresso. And nearly there. This is real-time boil, by the way, so basically I'll let you know how long it takes. The new jet boils actually indicate when the water is like to the perfection for a cup of coffee. Yes, it's boiled. Stop the clock. So that took 2 minutes 51 for half a cup. I think about 400 ml actually. So I'm just going to gauge this. Alan's actually gone to get my spoon, but I like my coffee strong, so there's no point in messing about. Swivel it around. There you go. Put the plunge in. I'll just give you a quick tip. When you're boiling your water, try and get your plunger into your water as well, because it expands the plunger and it goes in quite nicely. So when you put your plunger in after you've brewed your water and you put your coffee in, don't press it down, just let it go in on its own and leave it there for a couple seconds, say half a minute or something like that, and then just give it one single press so that you know all that coffee is below water, and leave it like that for a little bit. Now that can stay brewing for about 3 minutes, and while that's doing, I'm going to put that aside, and then I'm going to just get this little espresso one filled up and get the gas stove sorted for that as well. These are brilliant, by the way. Now the obvious thing is, if you do have a bit of wind or anything like that, then obviously get yourself a wind shield, which works brilliantly. But for this I don't really need. Where's that coffee that I ground up? There you go, there. And I'm just gonna use my finger. As you can see there, my coffee is in, and I should have put my water in first. So just pop that in there. You can't fill this too much, by the way. Put that in there. Tighten that. Now this is a trick, because I don't have a little cup that goes in there for an espresso. I sort of had to turn that handle there, which loosens it a little bit at the bottom. It does screw off, and a little bit of coffee water comes out of there, but it's not critical, it's not a big thing. And just pass me the small cup there, please. And then what I need to do, I actually need to hold that cup there until that boils and starts spilling out this little tube here. Now, if I had a small cup, I could have put it there, but I can't, because otherwise this will tilt over. And this is what you can see. It's quite awkward for camping, unless you got a small little cup like that, but I don't really think it's any good. So Alan, if you can just, have you started this timing? Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, this is awkward. It's boring as well. Imagine. There you go, starting to go. You see it filtering there. So that came up through the coffee, up the tube, and that's now producing a nice espresso. And you do get quite a nice espresso out of it, and it doesn't take that long. But then again, you don't get much espresso for your buck. If you can look there, that's like not even quarter of a cup in there. But what's the verdict?
1 minute 16.
1 minute 16 seconds compared to, and that was like just a tiny little bit of water, compared to 2 minutes 50 odd seconds for the jet boil, which contains over 400 ml of water. So what's it taste like? Well, let Alan C give us the verdict on this one. So that's a nice espresso there for you, Al.
It's not bad though.
Is that a nice espresso?
Nice and strong.
Nice and strong. But there you go, you get one shot of espresso and that's about it. Not enough to make coffee for two people, unfortunately. But if that's your thing and that's what you like, then this little mini one might be okay for you. It's not for me. So we'll put that one aside. So the next one we're gonna try is the best I got. Now this thing for me is awesome. Let's have a look. And I'm gonna put about 300 ml of water. Put that in, lid on. And there you go. So Alan started the timing on this. And it's already starting to boil, and there is a bit of a breeze here, and I don't have a windshield on, but that flame is quite powerful. So just get my sugar ready and everything, because I don't drink coffee without sugar, unlike Alan loves his coffee without sugar. And as I said in the disclaimer, no coffee is going to go to waste. We are going to drink all the coffee. We might be really hyper running around the field, diving in the lake or something like that. I don't know. Never know what happens. Right, that's it. Rolling boil. That's down. Switch that off. So now I'm going to get my ground coffee in. And this is Lavazza, the one I'm using, by the way. And I like it nice and strong. So 2.5 spoons of coffee. Give it a good stir. Oh, that smells amazing. And then plunger in until it touches the coffee, and you feel some resistance on that, and then you leave it. Let the coffee settle a bit, let it infuse for about 2-3 minutes, and then you plunge that down so that all your coffee grinds go right to the bottom, and then you got a perfect cup of coffee. If you need any details on any of the products, just go to the video description and I'll put some details there. Right, so boiling time on that took 3 minutes and 38 seconds. I will say though, it took that long because it was the wind was, I did have a breeze and I didn't have my windshield on there. So I guess that's why. But jet boil does have a reputation for very fast boils. You can't fault them on that. That's it. I'm now slowly, gently plunging it down all the way down. That's it. And Alan can actually enjoy a cup of coffee in the Cusca. you go.
Zero.
If you pass me my cup. Thank you. I will add that this one, absolutely no grinds getting your coffee. Honestly, the plunger in this is so good. It's a tight sealed plunger, and as long as you keep it clean, it's absolutely brilliant. It's got a little expanding spring, and that spring keeps everything nice and tight. It's absolutely brilliant. Yes, don't mock me, I love my sugar. Let's have a look. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I wish you could taste that. That's really nice. And the thing about this one as well, it's very easy to clean, maintain. It's small, it's compact, and if you incorporate it with a little stove like this, honestly, it's okay. It's absolutely brilliant, actually. I think this is my last little take on the coffee making equipment, but as I said previously, this one goes everywhere with me. I mean, this thing is my holy grail of things to take out every morning. I do not go anywhere without this xyloscope. You got to have a different source to heat up your water, to boil your water, but you know, even on site or anywhere you go, you got a kettle, you boil your water and away you go. So I'm using the jet boil again to boil the water, and then I'm going to show you how this works. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I'm going a bit loopy. I'm starting to talk really, really fast. Alan, I think, is off asleep over there somewhere. Maybe needs more coffee. But honestly, don't go out and spend loads of money on gear that you're not going to use, or you're just going to end up storing in your cupboard. Research it, go on YouTube, see what works for you, research the products before you buy them. Make sure they're the right products for you. I mean, you get electronic grinders now, and little coffee presses, automatic coffee presses, on-the-go coffee presses, and so on. You know, I don't know how good they are. Lots of people rave about over them. For me, it's sort of practicality, simplicity, and cost is a big factor. And I want things that are robust, that I can use, put on the fire, for example, because a lot of time we cook on the fire or we use a fire. So I want to be able to put my pot on the fire and make my coffee. There you go, that's boiled. So take that off. So I just filled my xylus, and you sort of don't want to fill it too much, just over halfway, and you put your plunger in, and as soon as your coffee starts coming through your plunger, you leave it and just let it infuse. There are loads of gadgets out there, loads of equipment that you can use. Some people aren't really fussed about coffee, but for some people coffee is a big deal, and for me coffee is a big deal. When I go camping, there's two things I really enjoy, and two things that are a big deal to me, and that's coffee and food. I love my food, love cooking on the fire, and I love my coffee. But I don't like to make things too complicated. I don't like to overcomplicate things. And with all the gadgets out there, sometimes it's so easy to complicate just a simple thing like making a cup of coffee. And you don't want to do that, because we come out to enjoy ourselves, not to complicate everything. Oh, that is a good cup of coffee. So the xylus is more or less ready now to be plunged. There is one little thing about the xylus that I'm not very sure about, and if anybody knows, please leave me a comment. On the plunger, the handle side of the plunger, there's a little hole, and when you plunge it, coffee comes out of there. And I must be honest, with the xylus, you do get grinds on top of your plunger. These normally just settle down to the bottom, so it's fine. But if you tip your xylus too much and you try and get a lost drop of coffee, then you end up with some grinds in your mouth. So that's the one downfall from the xyloscope. So plunge that down. But what makes up for it is when that lid is on, that cup of coffee can stay warm for nearly about 15-20 minutes, which for me is a big plus. Whereas that one wasn't made long ago, and that's just about lukewarm. So yeah, and it's quite a warm day, but if it's a really cold day, that's gonna cool off very quickly. Being stainless steel cup and everything, the wind chill factor on it, the cold and everything, that's gonna cool down very quickly. In fact, that's cooled down to a point that it's not really enjoyable. It's just like, yeah, if I must. So yeah, I'll take that there. And I'm definitely drinking too much coffee. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sleep much. But the things we got to do, for entertainment and for education and for helping other people out, we got to drink loads of coffee. Oh, see? I'm on a high. So let's see. That's still roasting hot. That's still very hot. And the xylus also has this little breathing hole on the top and this little mouthpiece. But do be careful because it holds the liquids so well, the heat of the liquid so well, it holds the heat so well that will stay quite hot for quite a while. So be careful when drinking out of it. So that's it. All done. What is my choice? Well, without a doubt, for wild camping, when I'm going out, it has to be Best of Got. I love that thing. Honestly, it's very versatile. Takes a bit longer for rolling boil and so forth, but you get absolutely no coffee grinds in your mouth. It's brilliant, it's versatile. You can use it on a gas cooker or you can use it in the fire. You can hang it up as a pot hanger. So for wild camping, bushcraft adventures and stuff like that, definitely that is my go-to coffee press and cup combined boiling vessel type of thing. Apart from that, if I was to go hiking, trailing, stuff like that, then I would say the jet boil. 100% jet boil. Even actually, I will extend that to, yeah, maybe I just want to be greedy and keep both of these in a niche and not let go of either of them, because that's brilliant. In the mornings when you wake up and you're in the hammock, you can just reach out, light it, let your water boil, pour your coffee in, and away it goes. So, will they nest? Ah, damn, they won't. Otherwise, I would actually nest these two together. But yeah, I think the jet boil is actually absolutely brilliant as well. I don't know about the new ones, but I think there was. I wish there was more ways of controlling the boil so it doesn't spill over when you got your plunger and lid closed in. It sort of tends to sort of come up like a volcano and explode, and water going everywhere, including wetting your burner, and then it rusts up and so forth. Maybe the new ones has got like a better system going for them, or maybe I just lack in concentration and I forget, and maybe it's down to my stupidity. I don't know, but yeah, definitely I love that. That's nice. Jet boil is absolutely brilliant. Best I got. So that's it. All done. What is my choice? Well, without a doubt, for wild camping, 35 quid, 34 something, 35 quid for that. Brilliant plunger from Amazon. Yeah, I do not go camping without that. And now that I've got the jet boil, I try not to go camping without that, if that makes sense. So both of them, love them. Um, the grinder, honestly, if you're gonna go camping, take your coffee pre-grind. Don't, don't. Honestly, don't, don't take that. Honestly, as much as I love doing it, I love doing it. No, I grind all week. I want to relax during the weekend when I go camping. So no, don't take that. But you know what, Dad, if you're in heaven, you're listening to me. I love the thing. I'll never get rid of the thing. I'll keep the thing, and I miss you. That's it. Too much coffee for me. End of video. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks a lot for all the support. I've not done a video for so long, and I've not done a camp for so long. I'm sort of so overexcited about all this. I do hope the editing goes well. I do hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy all the products that I featured on here. And I really hope you find the perfect system for you for your coffee making adventures. And until the next one, enjoy camping. Drop us a like and a hello, how you, comment down below. Thank you so much for all the support. Thanks for the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Everybody, a heart warm thank you. All the best. Be outdoors, be safe, keep well. Don't drink too much coffee. Bad for you. Really, kids, stay off the stuff. Really bad for you. See ya.